time to get those eggs that are real and not the fake one. Absolutely.
All right, let's do it.
yeah. But welcome everyone. This is Sheepo. It's a indie Metroidvania, mostly made by one person, Kyle Thompson, who has just been excellent with the community and listening to the speedrun community, and as well as for accessibility feedback, which I provided. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. So ready on time, 3, 2, 1, go. So right away, Sheepo is doing a sleepo, and Cynthia is going to wake us up and let us know it's time for our first day of our job, to save the universe. But that's a bit much, so we're starting with just one planet, and that's all we're going to see in this game. And by save the universe, it's cataloging all of the species, and there's 6 eggs we haven't collected from Sebron yet, and that's what we're collecting, so we can catalog those species and prevent extinction. Pretty nice. It apparently pays terribly, if I remember the story correctly, but it's what Sheepo's after. Corundrum, would you actually like to explain what half-hopping is?
Yeah, absolutely. So half-hopping is named after our very own half-coordinated, where they actually discovered that you can get you can maintain your double jump, or your air jump rather, if you do 2 jumps fast enough while either on the ground or near a wall. So you can effectively get 3 jumps rather than 2. And you're going to see that all over the run. Basically, anytime you see a little dust cloud in the air, Half is performing a half hop.
Thank you. Yeah, and it's a function of how Coyote Time was kind of programmed into this game. Coyote Time being able to jump after leaving a platform. The Coyote Time in this game doesn't check if you've already jumped yet. It just checks how long it's been since you left the ground. So if you just press it twice, you'll do it. Save your jump, get a little half of an extra hop. So yes, it's both named after me and describes the actual thing that's happening, which is excellent.
Absolutely. Before we get on to the next really important part, you want me to read some community donations?
Absolutely, go ahead.
Alrighty, we've got $25 from BV728. Says there may be 6 real eggs, but there's only 1 real half-coordinated. Video games are good, and this is a great opportunity to give to a great cause. Much love.
Thank you very much, BV. BV is a long-time viewer and moderator and just excellent person in my community. So, let's see. Yep, so there's supposed to be a boss fight here, but there's not. All the bosses in this game are kind of avoid 'em ups or dodge 'em ups. But we avoided the entire trigger for the boss by half hopping up one of the walls. Because half hops also gives you enough momentum to come back to the same wall and continue wall jumping against that single wall, which is not something you're supposed to be able to do, and that does break a few things very nicely.
Yeah, it allows the entire any percent category to exist in its current form.
True. Yeah, any percent is a 5-minute run, which is kind of why I thought of this category, the 6 real eggs, in which we kind of collect the main objects of the game. Again, the 6 eggs of 6 different species. But not beholden to the rules of how you would normally get them, right? So that allows us to skip a few certain things and also not have to gather 40 feathers, which is like the game's currency, because I can't remember where 40 feathers are. So this allows me to play a little longer than any percent's 5 minutes does, and experience a little more of the game without having to remember things.
Yeah, it's always easy when you could cut out remembering which collectibles are most optimal. Oh, we should probably mention how we are transforming into the Longbird.
Yes. So we have a item called a shifter pack that we collected in the spaceship in the beginning. And after you collect an egg of a species, then if you're near a member of that species, you can transform into them from that point forward. So we have the Longbird egg. Yeah. And that's how that goes. This game, a lot of this run is about trying to maintain momentum the best you can. I haven't been doing the best at that, but that's fine because it's a marathon run. But you can definitely maintain a lot of speed. Very nice feature that was sort of adjusted recently. It was sort of fast flying or flapping automatically. Used to have to mash to fly as fast as possible. We no longer have to do that thanks to an adjustment that Kyle made to the auto fly setting, which was an accessibility setting added. And now, go ahead.
Oh, speaking of Kyle, we've actually got a $50 donation from Kyle Thompson. No comment, but again, thank you so much for not only donating, but making this incredible game.
Thank you, Kyle. And actually, it's a good time for more donations. As I mentioned, bosses are kind of dodge 'em ups. And so we're just going to be avoiding this for another minute and a half.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We've got plenty. We've got $15 from Retroflesh with no comment. Thank you so much. We've got $10 from Ouds. Again, no comment, but thank you so much for your generous donation. We've got $10 from Glint, who's a member of the community. Hello, Half, and power up with pride. I just wanted to give Half good luck on the run, and I'm crossing my fingers for a good grapple gang fight.
And that grapple gang fight, tell you what, we'll be sweating.
Yeah, oh no, we gotta be real careful for it. And we've got $50 from Garby14. Says, good luck, Half. This marathon has been so awesome. Let's get that bonus run.
Yeah, dude, keep them coming, folks. Absolutely. Yeah, so the dead worm's just gonna go and try and hit us a few more times here. You notice the background color kind of changes as well as it kind of shifts phases, which is a helpful little cue, honestly. Also, the sticks tend to wiggle back and forth faster at the end. And then the dead worm kind of runs into some spikes, and that's done, and we have their egg, which allows us to then travel through tunnels in the ground. Very handy feature to have in your life.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so now we're gonna kind of head back. An interesting thing about the route of this run is sort of the any percent route is contained all within it, just split up into different sections. But before that, so there's a boss up here, but we're gonna enter the boss room from the back end. So the boss room is actually different from the room after you finish the boss. But since we come from the back end, it just turns into the room that's after fighting the boss. So this was the Slime Queen boss, and now we have a slime egg. Yay! We used to have to give a photosensitivity warning there for just an instant white flash. But thanks to photosensitivity mode added by Kyle, after I suggested it, it just does a darker screen transition instead.
We could fill this entire commentary with just how great Kyle has been for helping out the speedrunning community and the accessibility community. Just all around, it's been a fantastic game to play and watch it be iterated on while we're playing it.
Yeah, absolutely. So, like, speaking on that as well, if you notice dialogue boxes, when they happen to pop up, are just gone instantly. That's part of speedrun mode. It just automatically clears the dialogue boxes for you faster than you could ever mash through. And that's just a beautiful feature that I'm super thankful for. Thanks to that and the automated fast flying now, there's no required mashing in this run. And that's a beautiful thing. Save them hands.
It really is.
Well, didn't get a little extra jump there. This is one of the more fun parts of the run. You get to maintain momentum for really long periods.
Oh yeah. Oh, we should also mention it kind of flew by the screen, but there are some walls that you can actually damage boost through, which saves a little bit of time. And I think we've got a couple other places where we're not necessarily going to damage boost through walls, but we can use our transform feature through walls.
Yes, we might see that. It depends on the cycle of where dead worms are in their animation, but hopefully. Hopefully. And the thing with taking damage in this game is all it is you lose a bit of health. You see a little bug following me. Right now it's green. And if I take one hit, it goes down to yellow. Take another, it goes down to red. After that, I would die and respawn at a checkpoint if I take another hit. You do get healed at every checkpoint and multiple times in other places during phase changes for boss fights, etc. Also, if you're colorblind and that being a signal for you is a problem, it can change it so that that appears as a number above your head instead. So again, more accessibility. Because that was the one thing that was sort of like a colorblind issue as far as like the game's base design. Yeah, I'm just so used to seeing it by color now that I prefer it that way for my own needs.
I got into running the game a little bit later after that had already been added, and yeah, I absolutely prefer, even though I'm not colorblind, I just prefer having the visual indicator of the number rather than the color. It's easier for me to see in general, so that's what I use.
Awesome. That's the curb cut effect right there.
Yeah, exactly.
Generally just something meant to help someone with a disability, also helping an able-bodied individual. Let's see.
Oh, we got it.
We did get one. I kind of waited a bit just to make sure we got one, because why not? This is not going to be a PB already, I know it, so. And now this is the hardest room in the game, if you ask me. It is. In the run, in this run. There are harder rooms than like 105% and all that. But
this is absolutely a run killer.
I did it though, so
yeah, congrats.
I'm the best. Oh, this is the best character, Bwok Bird. Or Gamer Bird. They just scoot around in a chair. They greet you with Bwok and say goodbye with Bwok. Very important. If it was possible for me to turn off fast text just for that, I would, but
it would be worth it.
It would be. For marathon purposes, absolutely. So yeah, we sometimes have to collect orbs to open doors, as we've seen a few times already, but that. And I just got what we do call Fast Bird, which now gets a little bit confusing with Fast Auto Flying being added, but Fast Bird lets you continue the maximum speed of Sheepo's Sheepo form into bird form, as long as you are like at full sprint speed after like 2 seconds of running, I think it is. Then that works out wonderfully. And we're coming up on our next boss, which is the Froggo King, who is really just a big sad potato friend. And of course, this is the longest boss fight, pretty much in the game and the run. So, if you have more donations,
oh, we absolutely do. We've got $20 from Willow85. It's great to see Sheepo in a marathon. It's easily my favorite Metroidvania of the past 4 years. Kyle, best dev, less than 3. And we've got a $20 donation from Smitty. Had a blast commentating Titanfall 2 yesterday. Let's get to 10K. And
Awesome.
while we're still in this lovely dodge 'em up, let's give a quick check on the extra bonus run incentive. We are currently at $755 out of $2,000. And remember, you're going to have the opportunity to donate to that incentive through the end of the next run. So get those donations in.
I really love Froggo King.
It's surprisingly difficult as a boss too. Like
The first phase is pretty hard. I think the second phase is much easier, at least on easy difficulty. I don't know if it changes enough otherwise, but
no, I have definitely lost runs to the first phase of Froggo King.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, that was Froggo King, and now all of the little Froggos are going to be freed out of Froggo King's body. And he just teleports away. He doesn't die or anything. It's actually great. So Froggo King gets to live.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully he'll, sort things out, be happier later. So that gives us the ability to teleport at Froggo statues. We unfortunately never do turn into a Froggo. Yeah. So let's see. So now we're going to Deep Woods, which is going to be probably, I think it's the longest area in this run. Definitely the hardest that we do go through. So there are multiple that we don't go through at all. To get the slime egg, for example, we were supposed to go through a whole bunch of stuff, but that didn't happen. So
yeah, the half hop maneuver allows us to skip so much of this game. And if you are interested in this game and want to end up playing it but are afraid that it's been spoiled, don't worry. You've only seen less than half of it from this.
Exactly. Yep, little shortcut there to turn into a dead worm. Just barely have the range for that teleportation.
Yeah, isn't it so that you can grab things at a larger range when you're already in a transformation than when you're just Sheepo?
I forget if that was the case, but I think it's true, yeah. I think the extra range was actually only from dead worm to dead worm, but I could be wrong on that.
Okay.
I could get corrected in chat, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
And now it's time for some exercise on the treadmill. Thankfully, though, we don't have to exercise too much. So these next ones, there's just enough space above the two logs here that we can just kind of sneak on through. Oh, that's actually really bad. Let's see if we die. We don't die! Yay!
That was a close one.
It was very close. Sloppy input on my part. Okay. This is definitely one of the scarier parts as well. But I just took the mandated single hit of damage, so we're good.
Yeah, one of the biggest things to learn when you're running this game is how to effectively damage boost, because you can see that we do it all over this run, and it
especially coming up just
oh yeah. Yeah, so managing your health effectively and damage boosting where you want to damage boost can literally shave minutes off of your run.
Yeah, very true. Will I get fast bird? No, I will not. That's fine. Although I shouldn't have taken that extra damage, but it will be okay. Yeah.
I think I remember people like looking into the code as to what made Fastbird work, and I don't remember if there was a like definitive conclusion as to why sometimes we get it and sometimes we don't.
I am forgetting the exact things, and I shouldn't have taken that damage boost. It's okay though. We'll be fine. We're back at full health. It's all good.
Yeah. That's not even the scariest damage boost, though. I would say that pit of saws is absolutely the scariest one for me.
Really?
Yeah.
Once you know the distance, that one isn't too bad.
Yeah. And now we are coming up on the hardest boss in the game.
Yeah, grapple gang. It's normally actually is a very difficult thing to do. However, if you skip the cutscene by holding X or whatever it would be on keyboard, while you're still a dead worm form inside of that log, the game isn't quite prepared for that. So when you pop out, you don't have a hurt box, and so we just kind of get to wait here while it plays out.
Yep, and currently you can kind of see us bouncing on the edge of the screen here, but eventually we'll just fall through the floor.
Yeah, so I'm actually going to zoom out on this. So you can see where we're going. What's that?
I haven't tried anything with the beta. I didn't know you could do that.
Okay.
Just slowly falling into the abyss.
It's a good time.
Yeah. And we're down to the slowest two little swinging things that take forever. So we've got time for a quick donation. We've got $20 from Sixfold. It says half coordinated, Corundum Core, Sheepo, and an awesome incentive. How could I resist? Much love from your local origami creature. Let's get that bonus run met.
Okay, that was the grapple gang, and now we have the Slingo egg. So that's the one time you get to see us use the Slingo egg. And so remember how we entered one boss like from the back end? We're gonna do that again. It's a little different this time. So yeah, this is the back end of the entrance to the final boss, which is actually technically the only one you need by the game's code to be able to leave, which is kind of why any percent works. But there's another thing. We're gonna go see a bird, artist bird, and she's gonna talk to us. In order to make sure that conversation only happened once, the way Kyle did it was it also advances the beast, which was the last egg, that beast egg's counter. So we actually get a beast egg just by talking to artist bird. And so we have all 6 eggs. We're gonna go back and finish the game, so be ready on time. And time. Not bad. I'm pretty satisfied with that for a marathon run.
Oh yeah. Wait, isn't that a PB for you?
No, my PB is I have a 22:33 in-game time. 22:33.999 in-game time.
For some reason, I thought it was a 23:23. But yeah. Ooh, we've actually got some big Sheepo related donations real quick if we want to hit those.
Oh yeah, Sheepo doing a sleepo. But yeah, go ahead. I might interrupt you as a certain name comes on screen, but
oh, certainly. We've got $200 from Retroflesh that says "Get the eggs." We did that thing.
We did.
We've got $80 from Willow. What's the incentive to get Glint to do an any % run during every boss fight?
Oh wow! Hey, look, it's accessibility consultant Clint, half coordinated Lexa. What a Vamer! They're probably just excellent, just amazing.
And speaking of other people, assistants with the Linux port,
Willow. So yeah, strong community support. The people running this game are excellent. Highly encourage you just pick up this game in the first place. And by the way, with me mentioning, calling myself a Vamer, I came out as non-binary just a few months ago on my birthday. So it's awesome to get to participate in this event so soon after. Really love you all. Thank you all so much for having me here, having this event. And you're all valid.
And thank you for running for us. We had an absolutely great time having you here.
Thank you.